she was hiding 2 more. Oh my goodness. You're too cute to move. You're so cute. Is it time? Oh!
Shelby was like, you're going to Sandy's tomorrow.
They have flooded. Oh boy. Whoa! That's your baby. Wow, you guys are out doing it with the singles. Thank you for that. You're too cute to move. Good morning. I wasn't gonna film this morning, that's why I have my phone camera here. But we have lambs. I thought they both had singles. I'm like, thank you for that. Thank you for ending lambing on a sort of a nosedive. But she was hiding 2 more. Where are you? And both mums are full of milk, so I don't think we'll have to pull these triplets, which is good. Way to go, Mom. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at your eyes. Hi. Oh my goodness. Hello, ladies. I'm just over here making sure these new feeders are working okay and what the feed spillage or usage looks like, and it looks pretty good. Before, you know, if I had this pretty much wide open, a lot of it would end up in the tray. They'd be able to just knock it out. But they've been able to just sort of keep it contained in here. Now the feed, because of their breath, it gets a little, like you can feel moisture in here. And that's, I mean, that's normal, that's what happens to the other ones. So you do, I always make sure we just go through with our finger and just give it a little scooch, just to make sure there's no moisture in there bunging up the feed. But yeah, so far, these look really good. We have made it to the afternoon. I'm following Mark into the field we were in yesterday. We have 3 runs, I think, of tile to do in this farm, and this field's done. And then I think, I'm not sure if we're going today, but I know we've got 3 more at his dad's farm that we have to fix. And then we are sort of caught up with our very trouble-inducing fields from some really poor tile jobs. I think he mapped everything out yesterday when I had left with the cart. I think he stayed back with the tractor and the GPS and did a run through to sort of, what does he call that? Not track, something like that. Like he tracks it on his software, and then we're ready right to lay tile as soon as I get back here with the tile cart. For everyone that wants to know what the heck we're doing out here, I had a pretty good explanation on my last video, but not everybody watches every video, so I'll try my best to sort of summarize it. Our ground is quite heavy where we live. This is Mark's grandparents, originally his grandparents' farm, and now it's his mom's farm. We run it, we rent it from her. There's old clay tile in this field, but it's like every 70 feet in this particular section. And what Mark's doing is it's just caused us so much grief over the last few years with this year it was drowned out wheat, but just choose your crop, and it's usually drowned out in this little valley here where the main kind of goes across. So what he's doing is he's adding a few more runs up the field. So instead of, I think these are every 70 feet, so we're going like every 33 to 35 feet. So it's sort of in between the two 70-foot spreads, if you will. So what we're trying to do is drain the water out of the field. So the surface water comes down, and instead of like just boiling up everywhere, this main will take it, and we have a drain just over yonder. All right, that farm is done. I am gonna head home. He wants to fill in those starts with the little mini excavator here. So he's gonna be an hour and a half, which works perfect because I have about an hour and a half of grass to finish cutting. And then we're gonna regroup and decide whenever he's done here, which would be probably 4:30, 5 o'clock, and see how we're feeling about going to his dad's and starting that field. Well, I did check my cameras on the way home, and it looks like maybe we might have a ewe lambing, but I'm not quite sure. The cameras are good, but sometimes not so good. Lies. Cameras are liars. I thought I saw a lamb coming out of one of those two laying down, but I just watched this mama, and she has a mean tail wiggle, so I'm wondering if she's just wiggling her tail. Oh boy. Oh, my babies from this morning are so cute.
Buddy, you're so cute.
You tell her what you want, little guy. Say, get up, Mom, I'm hungry. Hi. Okay, update. I did not get my grass cut. Our friend Lauren showed up with her friend. They wanted to see the lambs, and Lauren wanted to check our corn for tar spot, and she said, indeed, we have it. And we just got talking for like 3/4 of an hour, and I just started cutting the grass, and then Mark pulled over with the tile plow, and he's like, come on, let's go, we're going to Dad's. So we're going to his dad's, and we're gonna run a couple lines. The proof of needing tile. Water. That's deep.
Yeah, I was trying to get rid of it to see if there was a tile on this side, and I went over there to see if it's on that side, but I don't know, because it bubbled up here, and it was wet all the way down there. That's why it's all dug up.
Did you find it?
No, I never did find it. I found a main though, so we'll just do a tile on either side of these holes, and then it will drain it away, and then I can take that tile and cut it over into what we're going to install.
So will we know if this works, if this is gone?
It should be gone by tomorrow morning.
Just got back from the field. It's 20 to 8, and I just came in here to check on the ewes and give these guys some more water. And I have a chirpy one back here that is decided to lamb. I don't think it'll take too long. Her water bag's already out. I'm hungry, I'm tired. She's like, I'm in labor, shut up. We have a baby. Good girl. Let's check you. Yep, right there. Well, I think my battery died, but Mama had another little girl, so 2 girls to end off the day. And no more inside her that I could feel. And they are in love.
Hi. Hey, buddy.
What are you doing? Is it time? Good morning. I was literally just getting ready to help this mom give birth. I went to go get all my stuff ready, came back, and apparently she did not need any assistance, which is glorious for the last one. She's been laboring here for the last hour, so I was like, ugh. You giving your baby a bath? That's nice. There you go. Yep. Oh.
Oh, you're a boy too. You're so cute. Hi.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Don't you scare me. Sheesh. I felt you kicking. You goober.
Scared me. Hi.
I think that's it, too.
Say hi to your new baby. Let's see your new baby.
There you go. That's your mom. Are you having a baby or what? I'm starting to have my doubts. I know, it's so cute. It's probably gonna be really nice wool. Oh! Good morning, it is Monday. It's actually not even morning anymore, it's just after lunch. I took some time this morning and let out all the lambs up till yesterday, and I tagged my lambs from yesterday. I think we're sitting at 160 lambs out of 72 ewes. 2.22 lambs per ewe, which is great. They get this pen for about a week, I think, and then I'm gonna let these guys all hang out together, but I wanted them to make sure now that they're out with their mom that the bonds are very tight and good, because they're gonna be put with some older lambs here. Unless I just decide to keep them separate, but I'd like to give this second pen a little more room. I did notice that this mama that lambed yesterday has some retained placenta, so I'm sort of glad I still have her in the pen to keep an eye on her. I did give her some penicillin this morning, and I am still on the fence whether little Miss Yu is pregnant. I really don't think she is. I don't think you're pregnant. So I'll give her another couple days maybe, and if she doesn't lamb, I think I might just kick them over to this next pen, because they're the next ones I'll be doing some evaluations and some sorting. And the other thing I need to do this afternoon is actually get ready for Rex. He's coming to scan my group that is hopefully due in December. I think there's just over 100 ewes in that pen. We had a power outage this morning, and so it takes forever for my old PC to heat up, literally. So I've been on my phone, and my feed is all of a sudden filled with Kansas City Chiefs. I don't watch football, I have no idea. I'm like, why is this on my feed? I guess Taylor Swift is now dating Travis Kelce, and oh my god, I am obsessed with this guy. So now I went onto TikTok to see who this guy was, and he has a podcast with his brother who plays for the Eagles, and I believe Taylor Swift is an Eagles fan. I don't know. I do not follow NFL at all. So all my American friends are probably throwing stuff at their screen right now, but I can't get enough of this Travis Kelce guy. He's so wholesome. He's so cute. Jess and I just keep sending each other TikToks, and I'm so distracted that I am actually trying to find my data that I got off those ewe lambs that Carissa and I sort of sorted this morning, or that we vaccinated this morning. Yeah, that is what I sat down to do, but it's been 20 minutes and I've been on TikTok for the entire 20 minutes. That's why I do not go on TikTok very often, because I can't get off it.
It's fun. It's funny, I was home on the weekend and Shelby was like, "You're going to Sandy's tomorrow." I was like, "How do you know?" Shelby, my niece.
Oh.
You're going to Sandy's tomorrow.
Yeah, 'cause I think I said it on my last video. Hey.
See that already, Julie?
Yep.
Pregnant, right? What's cuddling down there?
I might text Jess. Rex just left. The scan went really good. For a July breed, I think he said there was 15 open and we had 101 in this group, or 102, 101. So that's amazing. Is that like 85%, something like that? But right before he got here, I made a little bit of an observation, which I'm sort of kicking myself because I was here for like an hour and a half setting up for him. I just never paid attention. We had a power outage this morning, a planned power outage for like 2.5 hours. The boys were searching for water. I have my plugs in the right way now, which is inside the bowl, which they never bother with because there's always water in the way. Like they would drown themselves trying to get it. But because the water was out, they got the plug out. We didn't notice. And they have flooded the aisle, flooded just to basically where the boys are there. So I'm gonna just quickly right now clean this out, get rid of this water. We're hoping to clean the side out anyway, but I don't have my dump trailer yet. So I'm gonna have to be doing a little bit of driving here to get rid of it all. I had so much water in my alleyway that my ewes wouldn't go by it. So I ended up having to spread a whole bunch of straw so they thought it was a floor. It was kind of one of those ripple effect things that it was like one bad thing led to another bad thing. But the scan was good, so that's amazing. I'm just gonna spend the rest of the day doing what I did not plan on doing, which is almost sort of every day. Good morning. We're out on the town, Mark and I. Well, not really. We're getting parts for his tillage machine, his disc gripper. I'm not really sure which field we're using that in. We must have some rough ground somewhere. We usually only use it on ground we've tiled or ground that is like heavily compacted. Anyway, so we're at our local Case IH dealer. Anyway, I told Mark I wish I knew we were coming because we are out of groceries and I would have loved a McDonald's breakfast today. And he's like, no, we've been really good at not eating fast food. So your toast with peanut butter and jam was just gonna have to do. I disagree. We're gonna head to Rona after this and get some grout, I think, for the cabin. Not grout, silicone for the cabin. Dog food and then home. And I think I have to clean out a grain buggy. I think that's on the list today. And then I should see how my sheep barn is faring, if it's drying out at all today.
Oh. They had all the parts, so
That's good.
I gotta give them kudos.
He's busy?
No, it's a lot of parts.
But knowing you, you had all the part numbers for them.
Yes, I did.
What are you doing?
Seeing where my strip till bar is.
Oh, did you buy it already?
Well, I bought the 30 footer. It's probably buried.
Right there.
Yep.
So it folds. Is it brand new? It looks brand new.
It's brand new.
Yetter.
Yeah, because that's Yetter strip fresheners that are going on that.
All right. They're selling, someone's getting a canary. Just finished going through the records of this fall lambing group, and I think it looks pretty good. So we had 160 lambs out of 72 ewes, which I think I said yesterday maybe, which is a total of 2.2 lambs per ewe this go around, which is awesome. 11 ewes had singles, 39 ewes had twins, 17 ewes had triplets, 5 ewes had quads. Now we'll go through the mortality. We had 13 lambs that didn't make it out of the 160, which is a total of just over 8%. 9 of those 13, which is majority, were stillborn. And if you include one that was mummified and one that was weak and died shortly after birth, then, you know, majority of this was like right at the beginning. 2 lambs that died a little bit later. One was laid on. I think it was a quad. It was a quad. And then one died like on the 24th, which was just 2 days ago. And it was a beautiful lamb. Like there was no poopy bum. There was no watery mouth. There was nothing that would have drawn our attention to it. So for those ones, I always just put unknown because we see them after the fact and we're not really sure. And I think the biggest source of happiness with this group was I had no pregnancy toxemia. And when I tell you how stressful it is with even just one ewe getting pregnancy toxemia, it can prolong lambing. Quite often they go into like a pregnancy toxemia sort of ketosis state like a week before they're due. So you are literally working with this ewe for a week before they lamb, and then you're either inducing them or they lamb on their own, and then you're nursing them for at least like a week after to get them back on their feet, unless you're really lucky and she lambs and they get back up. In my case, I'm never that lucky and they end up not making it, and it's frustrating and it's discouraging because you get them right to the finish line and then they don't make it. This fall group has been just such a breath of relief after having every single lambing event this year, having a lot of pregnancy toxemia. This group was small and it was lovely. It was a nice pace. We had like 3 or 4 really busy days. I really do like synchronizing my group, and I know in the fall you don't have to, but I asked Rex, what's the thought on just using cedars on my fall group but no PMSG? I said, will they still be okay? Will the cedar program still work okay? He said, yes, absolutely. So I think what we're going to do, just for the sake of synchronizing the group, we are going to use the cedars and not the PMSG. So there is a cost associated to that, but it's half of what the normal program is. So I am doing it. I actually already bought the cedars, and we will do those. We will do those for their fall natural breed. What I found in March last year is we had lambs for all 21 days of that lambing group, so there was no break. So for 21 days, like, you still go through the motions, and if you only have 2 or 3 that lamb every day, it's almost frustrating because you're getting up early, you're going through the motions, and then you're just waiting and waiting. So it's tiring for me because I don't like veering too far from the barn. So then you're really in lockdown for 21 days. Whereas when I know they're seedered, you know, you have that big flush and then they sort of stop for usually about 10 to 12 days. And then you'll see maybe a few more pop out. And then at 17 days, that's when you see the last ones drop. So I do love that reliability of lambing, like when it's going to happen. It's either going to happen in the first cycle or it's going to happen in the second cycle. And you don't have so many in that middle period of time. I ran it by Carissa and she loved that idea too. She loves being really, really busy at the start when we're all like full of energy. But she's like, I hate it when you're waiting for lambs. So we're both on the same page. I really like talking stuff out with Carissa, since she's the one that's in the trenches with me. So, and then of course I talk to Mark and just make sure it makes sense on a business sense for our farm. So that's what we're gonna do for our next breeding group here. But we will talk about that as we get closer to that time. See the township are going by slow?
No, what?
I don't know. Gravel truck.
Oh, they could be doing potholes with asphalt.
Oh, maybe. Now what do you need? Well, we are back sort of where we started this week. Mark had got the tile sort of situated and figured out here at his dad's farm on, I think that was Sunday or was that Saturday? And we came to see if the water was receding, like if it seemed drier on the surface. And he said there's a really spongy spot, so he's wondering if he crushed a tile, which means he's digging it up again, and we may have to redo his redo. Just a little bit of water there. But your tile is fine.
You know what I think we should do is cut a T in there and just drop a little short little.
That's what I wonder.
Oh boy. Ooh, legs.
Boy, getting everybody running. Gentle, Piper, Piper. Gentle. Gentle.
Oh, gotcha.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, hi.
We are the exact same shit, I guess. I guess so.